Hi, my loves. How are we doing? All right. They are coming back, but it's time for you to take action. Hear me out. I hear that. I hear that quote and people freak out. I'm not moving. It's time for you to take action. So if this is already resonating, you would immediately have that reaction of, what do you mean? Hear me out. Yeah, they're coming back again. Or maybe this is the first time they are coming back. However, it is time for you to take action. What does that mean? Meaning it is time to confront the elephant in the room. It is time for you to hold them accountable, but hold yourself accountable. Not sit in your ivory tower. Don't get that part twisted. It's time to hold them accountable, but also yourself. It starts and ends with you. See, here's what's been happening within your dynamic. I'm seeing a collective, okay? I think in your mind and internally and behind closed doors, without your person in your life, you do the whole, I'm going to tell them how I feel. I'm going to let them know how they hurt me. I'm going to let them know they're going to jump through hoops. And they come into your life and you soften right up again. Or maybe you'll ask them a couple of questions and they tell you what you want to hear and then you fold over again. And I feel like after they leave or when they left, you feel like you shot yourself in the foot, essentially thinking, I should have stood up for myself more. I should have addressed the issues. I should have held my ground on a few things. I should have held up more boundaries. You really beat yourself up after that. And then it goes into you blaming yourself. And you're taking your burdens and your person's burdens all in one match. And Source is doing the, you're done. You're done. You're not supposed to hold both burdens. You can hold somebody accountable without putting all that weight on your shoulders. You see what I'm going with? So in your own right, you're refusing to walk through that red door because you don't want conflict. You staying put and staying stagnant by not addressing the issues is not movement. You're just staying still. So yes, Source is trying to push you to get out of your comfort zone when this comes. And your person refused to go through that red door because they have their pride and ego. They're holding on to it so tight. So I'm hearing a few messages. It's time for you to take action. It's time to have this person be held accountable, yourself accountable. It's time to stop the victim mentality, essentially, of, oh crap, it's my fault. Yes, it's my fault. Not everything is your fault. Yes, you held yourself accountable, but when this person comes in, hold yourself accountable. Discipline yourself. One sec. But also with your person, their behavior is not tolerated. And what happens when you kind of blow things under the rug or say, well, it's okay. You're putting them at that accountability that behavior is okay. I'm hearing the you're done. You're done. They're pushing you to stand up for yourself. They've been holding your hand this entire time that you need to stand up for yourself. And what I mean by stand up for yourself, you don't need to be a raging to this person. You can hold this person accountable and address the problems without pointing the finger. Make it clear and direct with them on what's been going on and what the answers need to be told. Because it seems to me in the past, every time this person got closer and closer and closer and closer to vulnerability, to closeness, they pull away and they made you feel crazy, right? But it's a bad cycle. You take on those burdens, but then later you flip it up. They made me feel crazy. They made me do this. They made me, and it turns into pointing the finger. None of you have come to a common ground. It's your turn. You've given the reins to this person for too long. No matter what outcome. This is going to be a message of self-worth. So yes, hi, I will be going long and detailed for a reason. So if none of this applies to you so far, or this is not how your person's feeling or whatever's going on, please don't make it fit. Because already this beginning should really hit you of what you really know what needs to be done. You already know you actually need to take action, not just tell yourself, oh, well, something needs to be done here. No, something does need to be done. You can't have both. And that's what Source is trying to let go of your hand, because they've been trying to tell you can't have both. You cannot continue and process a beautiful future with this person, but still hold on to some resentments. This person's behavior is not okay, but you're also not being honest with them fully about what's been going on with you. So in a reading, your guys' next interaction, maybe it's going to be uncomfy, but it needs to be done. That's the only way, by the end of the day, two people could start having true respect for each other. And the emotional, like the wheels, will start to go. It's time to walk through that red door. And they're saying it's your turn. All right, I know that sounded like tough love, but I've been on one since the full moon, because there's a lot of releasing that's been done, but it's good. And I think a part of this collective you have, but now again, it's time to actually take action on it, okay? So again, I go long and detailed, so stick around. I just want to see, before I break it down, what's the overall kind of energy surrounding. I want to see where everybody's emotions are sitting at to really see if this is your reading so far. Like I said, if everything in the beginning so far should really say. Earth energy, so you or this person could be an earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, somewhere in your chart. Conflict, meditation, an introverted, holding back, not saying much, closed off. What did I just say? But again, I think this collective, you know what's coming. You know your next interaction with this person, you have to address it. That's the only way, in order, even if earth sign's not so much applying, you know, that's the only way to get grounded. And I think you're meditating. I think you're at a spot, which is good. You're trying to, you don't want to come, and don't make this fit if this is not how you're feeling. You don't want to come at a spot with this person where you come off mean and aggressive. You want to try to have a calm conversation. That's why I was saying you can have a conversation and address problems with somebody without, you know, coming off mean and a grizzly bear, you know, but you can be, you know, direct. And I think that's your goal with this collective. And you know you've been avoiding conflict. You don't want to fight with this person. You're scared that they'll pull away. Regardless, that's why I say regardless of the outcome, nothing fulfills you more than being grounded with yourself. That's already what you're thinking. But you know it, and then that's where I was deviating off in the beginning. That's where this is a confirmation of, cool, you know what needs to be done. Time to actually do it, okay? Just beautiful. We're right into an alignment so far, but unconditional love, and that's what I'm saying. And it's coming from a place of purity. I don't think you're coming this collective at all at a place of spite of, oh, I need to like read that. You're not doing it, but I think you know you have unconditional love for this person, but you've been too nice. I think you know that. What else? And mirroring and jealousy. I think that's kind of watching Green-Eyed Monster. You could have a feeling that this person is watching you, whether you saw them watch your stories or something, or maybe they've liked a post, or even if there's a blocking situation involved, you can maybe just feel like they're on top of you. So that's why you're trying to moose all this out. Clearly you understand the mirroring energy when it does come toward, about this person. You know that they're thinking about this, keeping tabs on you, and you know deep down you're not going to let it slide of whatever confrontations are needing to come. An apology, I am sorry. I think this is what's coming, is apology, but I'm also hearing another apology, because again, this collective, we're too nice. I'm hearing already, I haven't even tapped into what needs to be done, but not saying you need to sit in your ivory tower. Don't do that, because it takes two people to work. But I'm hearing, make this person jump through hoops to earn your heart and your trust again. And again, you know that, because you don't, and again, it's coming from a place of unconditional love. You don't want to hold pure resentment towards this person anymore. I think you're also doing that. We're done. You're done with yourself. But the conflict part is scary. Maybe you've never really been into a fight with this person before. Maybe this person would always just go rogue on you. Or if you guys did, it would be like short and spattered. There's something about you're scared to pick a fight with this person. And that's okay. But the time is now. So